it's ridiculous to think that the largest campus, in the nation doesn't have a film program. Creative media is something that can tie together all these institutions. Every single one of them, business school, engineering, nursing, medical, all of those institutions need creative media to operate. And the fact that that's being overlooked is kind of upsetting.
While The Ohio State University boasts more than 160 disciplines for students to engage, one curriculum you will not find listed is a program dedicated to film and television production. Reese Thompson and OSU alum Jared Kaiser are members of Real Buckeye Productions, Ohio State's student film organization that works to close the gap of offering students a production-based experience. Though the group has won numerous awards for their productions, they feel their organization has suffered a negative impact by a lack of financial support and concentrated media education on campus.
I think what Real Buckeye Productions can do is teach kids that doing video is a real job. It's a serious job that many people around the world have, very important people. And the biggest challenge we face on OSU campus is definitely financial. We don't really receive any funding from the university at all. We get $200 operating funds. The resources that we're given are nothing compared to what we need to create a successful project.
The lack of a general film production curriculum has also affected facilities such as the Wexner Center for the Arts, a local mecca for those looking to explore arts of various disciplines.
One frustration that we've always had at the Wexner Center is, we always have visiting filmmakers coming through, anywhere from 10 in a given year to sometimes 20 in a given year. And often the filmmakers will offer to speak with filmmaking students at Ohio State, and there isn't. There are people that are interested in making film at Ohio State, but there's not like very many, classes where you could just call up somebody and say, hey, this filmmaker is going to be here on May 10th, and would your class like to meet with them? There just aren't that many situations like that. I think it would, just benefit the Wexner's film program in general, because there would be, students that would be very specifically interested in the type of programming we do. We show new documentaries and new films from all over the world. We show classics, we show experimental films, and certainly the students are a big part of our audience, but I think it would only enhance our audience and our program to have, students that are very specifically interested in film and film history.
We like to say we provide a film festival all year round here at the Wexner Center. So students would have, even outside of the classroom, access to, contemporary, international films, documentaries, classic films, filmmakers we bring through all the time. It would just be nice to have more of a natural, organic relationship between some of the things we're doing and some of the activities going on at the university.
According to most staff and faculty on campus, the most dominant challenge in getting a full-fledged production unit off the ground is the exorbitant cost. For example, the University of Southern California School of Cinematic Arts, which is the nation's oldest traditional film school and boasts alumnus such as George Lucas, has received over $200 million in alumni donations over the past 5 years alone. Coupled with a $47.2 million endowment, the university has been able to cope with the escalating cost of film education and general college tuition, largely off the support of its alumni, something Ohio State has yet to achieve in the media disciplines.
The lower costs in technology, it's just one factor. There's an infrastructure that has to exist for that program. There are faculty that have to be assigned to teach those classes or hired to teach those classes. So there's a great deal more than simply, buying the cameras and hiring someone to manage the equipment. There's a lot more that goes into it. So I think that it's certainly something to look at. And considering that the costs are lower, that is a really good thing. But again, it's just a one piece of the pie, so to speak, when it comes to considering a film and cinema production program.
However, for a number of students who hold dreams of someday entering the TV and film industry, a lack of a formal production curriculum has not deterred them from their dream. Instead, they are seeking their own resources and initiating their own projects.
It's just really amazing that even though we don't have a film program, and even though a lot of these students are sort of self-taught as far as film production goes, that we still sort of seek out our own education when it comes to this stuff, and we get our own experience. And I can see how that would be sort of an upside to not having a film program, is that you have to teach yourself, and you have to get the motivation to teach yourself, and that dedication is kind of hard to come by.
If Ohio State had an up and running, vibrant, successful film production program, it would only, of course it would enhance the overall art scene in Columbus. Number one, you'd be a magnet for students all over the region to come to Ohio State to go through the program, and that just means you're going to have more artistic-minded, creative people coming to the community, and some of those people, might come and get their degree and leave the next day, and some people, might stay here. Another thing you have to realize is not everyone is going to go into film production to make feature narrative films. The people that work at ad agencies and businesses and various corporations, maybe in the publicity department for those companies, or a lot of companies have their own in-house marketing departments, and the people that they're going to need to do the animation, to do the videos, they can draw on graduates of a film program like the one that, hopefully will be in place at Ohio State.